If there is one thing that all preppers do, all of them, is that we, at one point or another, we overcomplicate ourselves. Yes, even me. I created the EME system, and yet, for some reason, overcomplicating things is like a magnet. It just attracts us. All right, guys. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about keeping things simple. When you start overcomplicating your systems, when you start looking at what ifs, when you just create scenarios on top of scenarios, on top of contingencies, in theory, yes, you're doing the right thing. But you put it into practice, and it's a handicap. It handicaps you severely because now you have a bag that you carry around that you're not even carrying, you towing around that bag because it's so heavy, because you have so many contingencies that it's just not useful anymore. And we do that in every aspect, every single aspect. We do that. We do it with food. I don't eat spam, but I'm gonna put the spam away. But because what if, and I will rise to the occasion. Trust me on it. It's a lot easier said than done. If you're not used to it or you don't like it, you may bite the bullet and do it one day, eat spam that is, and then next day you're gonna be just complaining. It just reflects on everything. That's just human nature. Human nature, and we have to check ourselves all the time. As you guys know, I have been stocking away 762 by 39. And I'll be stocking it away because my plan was to use the KS47 for hunting purposes this year. But the more that I think about it, it's like, do I want to have, and don't get me wrong, it is a platform that it really has performed really well. But I was like just thinking and just going over everything, and I was like, yeah, there are instances that I will use it, just like I did it last year when I was with the Argo, just using it. But I was like, okay, for that particular thing, just having it in the Argo and everything else, it works just fine. The Argo, I can have more than one person in there. In fact, I can carry 6 people in the Argo. Most of the time, it's just me and Les. But when we are in the ATVs or on the ATVs, on the trails, which is the majority of time because we have more, we can maneuver easier and whatnot. Plus, Les gets to practice, riding the trails and whatnot. So one day he can do it all by himself. And when we do ATVs, he carries his own firearms. Hence the fact that I am showing you the firearms that he carries on him. And it is 100% legal as long as I'm there. So for those people who are always like, oh my God, I've been teaching the boy safety when it comes to firearms since literally he was able to take his first step. So please. He always carries a 22, and he always carries another firearm. This one in particular, he had been using it since last year. He really enjoys it. And at one point or another, I asked him, hey, Les, what do you want to do? You want to use the AR-10, semi-auto and whatnot, or you want to use the bow action? And he's like, well, Dad, I've been training with the bow action, so why should I change? And I say, good point. Very good point. So yeah, that's his setup right there. He has a Savage Scout 308 and a Ruger 1022. He had in his ATV, he has a two gun rack in front of the ATV. Easy to access and whatnot. All right, in my case, I often change. You can consider this like, just think about it. Like, I woke up today and I'm like, okay, now I'm going to carry this. I woke up tomorrow and I'm going to carry this. It's always mind changing. But the one thing that never changes are the two firearms, the two rifles. They always are on top of me. And what I'm saying on top of me is with my room, my bed, and above me, I have two firearms, two rifles. One is this one, the 22, and the other one is a Ruger Guy Gun 3006. Always there. So I started thinking, and I was like, you know what? I don't know why I tried to reinvent the wheel, like just getting this because it's a lot cheaper, or doing this. It's like, again, this is something that we all do. We all do this. I was like, you know what? I'm to that point that it's like, and this is a problem when you have too many tools, that you always go into something else and something else, or a trip is coming and you're making excuses to get a brand new tool. You know I'm right. I'm right because if you have ever been in that situation, or a new hunt is coming, and hey, we're gonna do I don't know, whitetails. My God, I think a new 308 will be great for that hunt, especially if it has a threaded barrel and I can put that suppressor on it, and you start creating this in your head. When the fact of the matter is, the one that you have on the wall is perfectly fine. Right? So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say here. Keep things simple. Don't overcomplicate things no matter what. Even if you yourself find the excuse, and we will find the excuse to get something else to just change. Sometimes the solution is right in front of me. In my case, the solution was above my bed. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. This is my 22, the 22 that is always there. Always. But nonetheless, the point of this conversation is that we constantly overcomplicate ourselves without necessity. You probably have the solution right in front of you, and you start looking online and hearing folks, and you ignore your own advice that what you have work. And if it's not broken, don't fix it. Power outages, camping, work on the go. Opus keeps you connected at home and outdoors. With clean, reliable energy, Opus powers freedom. Opus, the choice of the frontier preppers. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the links in the pinned comment below. Consider joining our Frontier Prepper Squad or let an ad to you run. It really does make a difference. And always remember, those who prepare today will not struggle tomorrow.